Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm a head ass and I just recorded the entire daily review and I did not have my screen turned on and my camera took up the entire screen. So this is my second try at this, but today is June 10th, 2024. It's a no news Monday today. Let's see, no news Monday. We have CPI on Wednesday as well as FOMC, so that day's pretty fucked. And then PPI is like the day after, unemployment claims, just some other random shit in there. Friday's like the only good trading day before this because no news Monday, day before CPI, then CPI, PPI. But yeah, today going in, I did take two losses. It was like one of them was like a really tiny one. I took like a little swing at the S&P 500, but I was bearish going into today. So going into the daily chart, we've been coming off of this rally right here, and then we've been consolidating for like the past 2 days, like Sunday and Friday. Is this Thursday? Yeah, Thursday and Friday, I meant. We've been consolidating, but there's a giant daily FVG in here, and I'm marked out. Hold on. And this FVG is actually bigger on the NASDAQ than it is on the S&P 500, but I did go out and mark out the fib levels for this, and I marked out the 0.62. So even though the S&P already hit the 50% level, I think it did. Oh, well, it was like literally a quarter of a point off of hitting the 50% mark on its daily fair value gap. I still thought that they was gonna, well, I can't speak. I still thought that price was gonna go down further, maybe tap that 0.62, fill the rest of this, and then continue on back to bullish trend and to all-time highs. So yeah, I was bearish on the day. Thought it was gonna go down into this. I'm just gonna leave. Actually, I'm gonna delete these levels right here. Dude, I deleted the FEG somehow. I'm a little slow, but I got it back up. There was a low right here. This formed on Friday, so there's a low right here. And pre-market, there were also two lows right here. So these were like, I guess, kind of relative equal lows. Same thing on the S&P. One thing to note, there were also 2 hour fair value gaps here on the NASDAQ. It's marked out. On the NASDAQ, it's not as prominent. It's like right in here, but it looks better on the 1 hour chart. So I marked this one out. 1 hour fair value gap right here. And then, I mean, this is basically just a giant imbalance. So, yeah, same thing. There's like another one up here. But going into today, I was bearish. I said I was either going to take, I mean, I wanted to see these highs up in here get taken before anything. There's like three highs right here. It'd be nice if it came up into this FEG and then shot down. But the only other way I would have taken an entry was there was a 30-minute fair value gap pre-market. This formed at 7:30, so I said I was either going to take a trade off of these highs right here, or if I saw a really good trade in here, then I would take it, targeting these lows, and then this low, and then into the daily fair value gap. But pre-market, like I said, there's a imbalance right here, but when market opened, it kind of just started chopping. I'm not even going to lie. Anywhere from like here to here, this is kind of started losing correlation right here. I did take a swing at the S&P right here off of this high, so it came up turtle souped and I had an entry on right here, but it started blowing through it. It didn't respect it. My stop was like right here, again targeting like down here, but it didn't want to respect that at all, so I took the position off like when it came down a tiny bit. So I exited that one early, didn't really lose too much on that, and then I waited a tiny bit, and an SMT ended up forming up in here. So NASDAQ made a lower high, S&P made a higher high, and it also, after this push up right here, it formed, what is this shit? It formed a 3 minute, dude, if I can get back to the chart, y'all look in here, formed a 3 minute bullish fair value gap right here, and then right after it came up, it came back down, and it blew right through it, forming a 3 minute bearish fair value gap. So this right here was a 3 minute, it was like a balanced price range, so an inverse and a normal one. So once it disrespected this, I'm like, all right, this thing, it's got the SMT in the fair value gap. It's got plenty of liquidity targets, and my bias was bearish, so I took the entry on here. It was on like the 1 minute chart. I probably took it on, but it just got like blown right through. Disrespected what it had just done, the 3 minute balanced price range. But leading up into this, price wasn't terribly correlated at all. It was a no news Monday, so I probably should have de-risked a little bit knowing that. So I guess that's my bad on my part. I maybe could have de-risked a little bit, but if this was like a normal day with clean price, this trade would have had a better chance at going. But I thought it might come up and take these highs and then maybe like bounce off. Bro, why does this shit keep popping up? And then like bounce off and then head back down here, but ended up it ended up not doing that. So it's just kind of hanging out up here in this imbalance. One thing I think it might start doing, bro, if I can stop drawing on my fucking chart. Tomorrow, I think it might go down and push below these lows right here. But I think what it's doing right now, price isn't that good. I think it's just hanging out. I think we're going to have an accumulation for a little bit, and then it might manipulate up, and then we might have distribution. So we might have like a power of 3 going on right here. That's just a thought, just off like the top of my head. It's honestly a possibility, or it might not. Damn, we got 1 hour fair value gaps in here. So yeah, I don't really know what it's going to do, but tomorrow, I don't know if I'm still going to be bearish. It honestly depends if this is taken or not. If it has like an SMT or some shit up here, then I'm definitely going to be bearish, but I do think it's going to go back down into this daily fair value gap pretty soon. I don't think it's just going to bounce off of it right there and leave this like completely open. Like I said, S&P almost hit the 50%, but I mean, there's still a lot of it left to fill. And usually, as you can see from like here, price rebalances old fair value gaps pretty thoroughly. This one hit like 0.62 exactly. Yeah, I remember looking at this on the chart. Bro, y'all look at this real quick. Both of these hit 0.62. See, 0.618. I'm going to scroll into it. It hit it like right on the dot. 47.25 and 46.75. So that's half a point off of what? A 70-point move. And the same thing on NASDAQ. If I zoom in real quick, says 437.75 and it went down to 436. So 2 points off of a 300-point move. Like, yeah, usually it goes down. Retraces a good bit, so I'm just kind of waiting for that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I did take a loss today, then a tiny little entry, but I'm not too unhappy with it. I could have de-risked a little bit because it's a Monday, but I don't really think I did anything wrong. Didn't break rules, so we are chilling. I will see y'all guys tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna have too many good setups tomorrow to take. I'm hoping I don't take like a shitty trade or anything like that. I'm gonna try and stay disciplined because I'm not gonna lie, I do not really have high hopes for tomorrow. I am still kind of bearish, but if it doesn't give me a setup, I'm not going to take it. And then CPI and PPI is like day after that, as well as FOMC. So yeah, I'm not even going to lie, this week might just kind of be an L for all of us. But yeah, I'll see y'all. Peace.